Yeah, yo.
Cool.
It's not easy having 3 points, man. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Get a load of distance.
Bro, you got to pattern that Wi-Fi before you come live, man.
It's still not
pattern.
pattern.
No,
It's still not pattern.
Wi-Fi.
Don't lie to me.
You're all right.
Don't lie to me. You know my Wi-Fi comes proper all the time.
Hold on. What, are we 4 points clear?
I tell you, you lot are title favourites.
You knew that.
100%.
You lot are the favourites.
We ain't a tree. We can move.
That's right.
Because damn.
You are the favourites, man.
100%.
Nothing wrong with having that.
100%. 100% the favourites. And we wear that on our chest.
A lot of Arsenal fans aren't wearing it on their chest.
You wear that on your chest.
Well, you're talking to me.
I'm just saying. You said we do. We wear that on our chest. I'm saying maybe you do.
No, I'm talking about my household.
Can't be sure. We can't. There's a lot of
Arsenal. About my household. We're favourites in Jesus' name.
There's a lot of Arsenal fans telling us that you're not favourites. It's not a thing like that.
We're just enjoying the ride, man.
You need to ask me this question. If what you're asking me, what's the prospect for this year? What's the prediction? What's the ambition? Europe.
Yeah.
Europe.
No, but you're title favourite, so it's clearly changed.
What are you asking me?
I'm asking you, like, are you title favourites, yes or no?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Me personally or Arsenal?
Yeah.
Me?
No, yeah.
You know what I'm on. Me, you know what I'm on. Yeah, 100%.
Tell your fan base to step up. Tell your fan base
Tell your fan base
that they've been there.
You just need to fine tune your question, my bro. And
no. Tell your fan base to act like they've been here.
Fine tune your question, man. We are acting like we're favourites. You know why? Because we're out in the front, leading from the front.
No, I'm scared. You're even scared.
Leading from the front, man. Leading from the front. I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want us to do. We let the ball do the talking.
I hear it.
Credit to you lot though, because you beat us.
Being a super team isn't for everybody, man.
Credit to you lot because you beat us, and that's what's really driving you lot on this season. The fact that you took points from the league leaders.
Yeah, that's what's keeping us going. That's it.
You needed some of that ginger against Newcastle today, though. Let's talk on it.
You want to start Newcastle?
No, we're not talking about that. We're not going to talk about a 0-0. Respectfully.
No, we're going to talk about 0-0.
We're not talking about a 0-0. Tasha Fracas posted something. I need it clarifying. Why did Ronaldo try to do like something like, in under nines where like you try to get the ball before someone takes the free kick? What was that about?
One of the defenders technically kicked it, so I assumed he thought the free kick was taken. So he thought he could run.
Is that how desperate he's become to get 701?
He thought he could run it like that. Mr. Austin said 3 points ahead of Oil FC. Actually, 4 points ahead. Title favourites, man. Title favourites.
If Arsenal bottle the league from it's a huge failure. Do they think so?
Yeah, 100.
Okay, so I'm just going to ask this. You can't keep coming and changing your tune because 1 minute you'd say it's not even up to 10. It's only been 10 games. The next minute you say Christmas is where we judge. So which one is it? Like, you can't keep changing. You can't keep moving the goalpost, my guy. Do we judge from here? Is it Christmas? Which one is it?
Watch us do it. Watch us do it. I said, watch us do it.
Watch us do what?
Change the goalposts. Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. So it's not Christmas anymore.
You can't do the talking now. It's only because Arsenal fans are doing the talking. You need to, if you do the
Nah. No one. I'm just asking you to be consistent. I'm just asking you to be consistent.
Mr. Austin said, Banks prepared to be sick of us.
It's so funny because I'm sure all of you lot, you watch our games praying we lose. Like Gabriel nearly conceded a penalty and you lot were like, yes. They're about to drop points. But then all of a sudden, the check didn't bounce and he cancelled the penalty. And again, we leave with the 3 points.
Because nobody was even watching the Arsenal.
Yeah, you were.
Everyone was finding the link for their own games. You sick.
Was watching it. You know why that's that? Because our game extended and there was a lot of time to watch our game.
I locked in for 10 minutes of the game.
Oh, so you did lock in now. Which one is it?
Cap.
Which one is it? Did you lock in or you didn't?
I locked in a little bit. I locked in a little bit.
So you
locked in and locked out. Locked in and locked out.
Listen, yeah. at the end of the day, yeah, it's tough being box office. We're going Ellen Road. People's tuning into our games that's not even on TV. And at the end of the day, that's what happens when you're top of the league. When you're top of the league, it's the respect is here. The respect is back. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna talk about it. And at the end of the day, it's that you don't play well, but you win, and that's the sign of a good team.
That's a sign of a title winning team, I think.
100%, 100%, 100%. Put the onus on us. Our shoulders are not. It's not heavy. That's the thing. Put the onus on us.
Would you say Tottenham are showing the same traits?
No.
Tottenham aren't playing well, but they're getting the wins.
Tottenham are shit.
But they're getting the wins.
No, we smacked them the other week. We smacked them the other week. What do you mean they're getting the wins? We smacked them the other week.
They're 4 points behind you.
You wouldn't say that 2 games ago. What do you mean they're getting the wins?
They're getting the wins. They've been winning. They've been winning.
So where do we smack them the other week?
I know you did. But that doesn't change the fact that they've also played badly and got some points on the board. Do you think that? Do you feel like they're title contenders? Do you feel like that's the sort of title winning mentality? There's
certain teams that are just in the league to take part. Tottenham have never won anything since I've been born in terms of like league wise. Maybe they won what did they win? A Carling Cup? One day Ramos. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. Tottenham are just taking part, man. They're not here. They're not here they're not in the mix. They're just existing. You know.
Where are we gonna kick off at? First off, how's our Sundays been?
It's
good
been
Sunday. Good weekend.
Yeah, good weekend.
Let me share this link. Hold on.
Who went out into the dance? I know a couple of you stepped up. Julie, where'd you go?
I just went cinema, you know. I went to watch Woman King yesterday. It was really good.
You went to watch Woman King. I was supposed to go watch Woman King, but obviously,
and I cancelled.
Yeah. I got rain checked on.
I hear it, man.
Sorry.
It happens.
Good movie.
You think so?
Yeah, it was good. It was really good. It's really, really good.
What kind of 3.0?
Huh?
What kind of 3.0? Or like, does it stand alone? It's not like Black Panther.
No.
Everything Black Warrior has to be Black Panther. Be fair, Shem.
It's semi on the same line, isn't it? But it's not 100%.
Exactly. Don't be coming for me, bro. I know film.
You don't know film.
I know film.
So
yeah, Judy, tell us what it is. Don't spoil it though.
What?
Tell us what it's about. Don't spoil it though.
You can't. I can't.
Is it like a woman warlord or something?
Yeah, like I can't explain it without spoiling it. But it's basically like it's like women basically taking over, like in power technically, but with like one tribe, and they just defeat like another tribe.
Is this fiction or is this actually happening in real life?
I don't think it did, but they did. I think it's kind of along the lines of something that happened back in the day, like the first woman king, but obviously ages ago. And I think it did happen at one point. I can't remember when, but yeah, it was just like a backstory of that. But there's mad plot twist in it, like a mad plot twist.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it still.
But it's crazy because I don't know. I just clocked it. I clocked it before she actually said what the plot twist is, and then like Rodney was watching, he was like, "What? How'd you clock that?" I was like, "Well, remember when so and so happened?" Like I put the story together.
Don't ruin it. See, you're ruining it now.
No, but I didn't say what it was.
You're ruining it.
And now I'm going to be looking out for it. Like, I'm going to be watching it with my third eye now.
Yeah, but you might not clock it because
if you clocked it, I'll clock it. I'll clock it still. I'll clock it.
Oh, yeah, no.
Hands up if you've got 3 points. Well, Manchester United got 1. Crystal Palace got 1. Who else do I stand? Who else?
That's it.
No, I got 2. I can't even put my hands up.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's time, man. It's
bad week. Bad week
for you.
Banks, Sports with Newcastle. They're terrible.
Run the rhythm.
I'm gonna run it.
You are now listening to The Final Third.
I think Pepe's so coachable.
You should be in
just need to shake him.
You should be in prison. We build you out. We build you out to come and play this season. You're out here disgracing us. You should be in prison. You facing charges.
Hello. Welcome back to another episode of The Final Third. You have myself, Jules, Lavish, and Banks in the building. Yep. What are you doing?
I don't know, a bit of pizzazz.
Why does every school kid teacher go and start dancing in the classroom, man? You're not young,
That's
yeah.
not-
You're still
that's
an old.
bad.
You're an old head now. Stop trying to dance now.
Like,
Crikey.
I'll be
We're gonna start off with the. Where should we start? Should we start Arsenal?
nah, banda. Don't be silly, Julie.
Okay, what should we start? Liverpool, Liverpool United,
Oh.
Liverpool City.
I'm not starting at 1-0 at Ellen Road. I'm not doing that.
You're so jealous and it stinks.
I was just gonna say that.
You're so jealous and it's bad.
All right, we're gonna start.
I wanted to start Ellen Road. Get a grip. Get a
We're
whole
gonna
grip.
start at Liverpool City. The unbeaten team finally got beaten. City lost 1-0 to Liverpool today with a Salah goal. What's you lot's take on the game?
I'll let Lavish go first because I know he's gonna want to talk.
Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you. Sorry. So I always knew Liverpool were gonna do Arsenal the solid and win that game. I was telling everybody, all my Liverpool friends, I said, "Don't worry, you lot got this. You got something for them, especially after we beat them." I knew that Liverpool were gonna get the W over Man City. It's mad because I wouldn't even say City didn't play. I would say Liverpool nullified City. You can't say City didn't try to play well. I feel like Liverpool were just at it today. There's a rivalry between the two over the last 5 years where they keep going head to head with each other. Those games are always close. It's very rarely like a blowout by one team. But the City started quite fast, and City started quite fast in terms of KDB. That's the only time I really saw him was at the start or the first quarter of the first half, and
You tried to find
Liverpool,
a couple of the passes.
yeah, he tried to find Haaland a couple of the times, and Liverpool got into the game. I felt like there's no way I can start this without talking about how well Liverpool played, especially that back line. Gomez was solid. Van Dijk, I feel like all the disrespect on his name, you know what I mean? But he come out swinging, ran it back to primetime Van Dijk, and everyone's quiet right now because they said that Haaland's gonna come get his Anfield record, but once again, we were never threatened. Do you know what I mean? Robertson running it back.
About certain players.
Robertson running it back. I was impressed, to be fair. He just needed a bit of a break, the Scotsman. But Thiago was good for one half. Fabinho was decent. But funny enough, Firmino was off it today. Wasn't really impressed with Firmino, but Salah was really, really at it. I feel maybe that Rangers hat trick put a pip in his step. So fantastic all round from Liverpool, I'd say. But
I said Gomez is bang average, but it was quality.
that's the most backhanded compliment I've seen.
Nah, come on, man.
That's the most backhanded compliment I've seen. But I'm everyone's saying Haaland this, Haaland that. He's electric. He didn't score today, and Liverpool played so well. Like City didn't even get one goal. Like kept a complete clean sheet, and the match. You wouldn't think that match would end 1-0. So shout out to Liverpool defensively. Anthony Taylor deserves his own segment as well, by the way, Jules. So squeeze him in because the refereeing today, I don't know how we're gonna go, how these lot are gonna plan to take an English referee to the World Cup. It's him, but I don't know how they plan to take him to the World Cup because the state of refereeing in England doesn't match the level of football.
What was the decisions that they weren't rocking with today?
I wouldn't even say that the major ones he cleaned it up at the end, but some of the fouls he was letting go. Yeah, they tried to say the refs are trying to be a lot lenient. It's not consistent because you're gonna a blatant foul you let go and then a little nudge you give. It's like and are you swayed by the crowd? What is it? Is it like do you have a quarter of fouls you need to give? So it's just not consistent. It's the lack of consistency. So
I think Pep said something that kind of resonated with the game, the way the game was played today. It was like he was happy to like let the little things go in the match until it came to the goal, and then he was like, "Oh shit, now I've got a big decision to make, and am I gonna like referee how it's been refereed, or am I gonna go back on it?" And that's kind of what he did because, as you said, like if you remember the Salah and Bernardo one in the corner, and there was no foul given there.
Yeah,
and you look at the Haaland one, which again, like in most cases, is a foul, but the way you've refereed the game,
that surely can't be a foul if you've given that.
So it's only the fact that now Haaland is what because what's happened has led to a goal. You've decided, oh crap, now they're gonna be on me if I let that run. So you've decided to take it back. So it was a case of refereeing the game in that spirit until actually
until it means more.
Yeah, until it means more. Exactly that. So I get that. Like you've got Gary Neville was on the commentary saying, "Oh yeah, he's refereeing it right. He's refereeing in the right spirit. All of that stuff." But you have to do that all. Like you have to be consistent with. You have to do that all moments. And like for me, if he gave a foul straight away, and then that's one thing. But the fact that you've gone back on it, and like the sort of things that you've been letting go in this match, you decided that that's a foul now, where you've changed the whole tone of the game for me. So or the tone of how you've been refereeing the game. I think speaking on defenders as well, I'm going to give Liverpool's backline their props because, as you said, every single one stood out. Gomez, even Milner going up against Foden. I remember a couple was it
Gomez
last
his ass.
2 years ago. Foden ran rings around Milner when he went to right back.
Yeah,
Ran absolute rings. But this week, even though Foden, it was weird. Foden was good, but Milner did not have a bad game. Milner did not have a bad game at all.
Milner didn't have a bad game because Gomez covered his ass. But
I feel like Milner held his own pretty well, even without Gomez there.
It's good to see Trent get a little bit of cameo. But yeah, so
Trent on to secure the game.
Pardon?
So bringing Trent on to secure the game.
Yeah, let's But if we shift over to City's performance as a whole, why do people never discuss KDB's disaster classes?
Go on, be that person. Be that person.
Because
no red for 2 feet in the air on Rodri on the ankle. This has been another bad week for referee in terms of consistency in the red card challenges as well. Also, did you not see the Chilwell one?
Yeah,
no. Villa
stamped 2 feet.
And I'm just thinking like we'll come back to refereeing consistency with red cards, but it's just like there's no refereeing just in the pits in terms of across football right now, but just because everyone's making up their own rules. When I saw Tomori's one in the San Siro against Chelsea, and then I see
to be fair, the Champions League one is the Champions League blunders are rare, you know.
Like, no, but it's a symptom of the game. For me, it's a symptom of the game. It's just when you're refereeing one way in the Champions League, and then it comes to the Premier League, and you're refereeing another way. You're not going to get consistent. You're not going to get consistent decisions.
Fair enough. Yeah. So KDB, another a disaster class. Yeah. I don't know why we don't discuss it, but he's just anonymous in those moments there. As much as Bernardo's a good player, you want to see KDB showing for the ball and going to get it, not waiting on the wings for the ball to spill out to him. He just needs to get in the center of the park because he is.
All has changed for him. He needs to be. If he's not out there on the right, he's going to be spamming the ball into Haaland.
I literally don't know what. After a while, you've got to in-game manage that as a big player, and
for me, Pep has to see that. Pep has to see like he's got a limit. I said Shev's trying to kill KDB because he can't accept facts about Tiana Trent. Hey man, I can't let Trent catch it as much as I'd love to. You know I'm a hater.
How did he do?
I can't let Trent catch the slander. But I like you, Nathan, because you keep the hate up regardless.
But yeah, no, you can't just be waiting on the wings for the ball to spill out so you can spam in crosses. You got to get in the middle of the park and string together some passes, or just give me a big moment because you are held and you are champion. Pardon?
Pep has to make a decision because he made his first sub in the 89th minute, and it's not like
no, it wasn't. Alvarez came on before that.
Alvarez came on in the 89th.
89th minute.
Like, as you say, you want KDB more central if you want him to really. Where you need to put him a bit more central, being the builder. That's on Pep to change the system. You can't say the players need to game manage. Pep needs to see that quicker and change that quicker. And then that was important in game management.
Speaking on Trent, if you look at his opposite counterpart, Cancelo. If Trent conceded what Cancelo conceded today, be fair in the comments, be fair, Twitter, and be fair, you lot on this platform. you lot would be. That's where we would have started, and that's where we would have ended. Cancelo got done like a Beyblade. You don't do that to a defender. If you get spun on the halfway line like that, it's because you're covering someone in defense, not because you're an actual defender. Cancelo got done in. He got done in, and I feel like be equal, be fair, because you like to compare Trent to Cancelo going forward. Compare him defensively as well.
Yeah, no, we can be fair and discuss Cancelo's performance today, and it was a shocking one. As Nathan said, it was a disaster class. It was poor. It was getting beat so easily. Like Jota on the left had a very good game against Cancelo. And then as you say, the mistake for the goal is just oof. You can't get. You're the last man. You absolutely cannot lose that duel. Like there's duels you can lose on the pitch, you don't lose that one.
You got to bring him down. He just got spun, just got rolled like it was the under 10.
You got to hold him up. Even if you let it bounce, you move backwards and then you try and jockey, wait for the support to come back. You don't go in, lose the duel and then Salah's throw and goal. That's shocking. And as you say, Cancelo's got to hold his licks this week. He got to hold his licks. He got done up.
I'll be messaging you in the next 3 days to be the consistent tweeting about Cancelo for the next 3 days until the Amazon matches kick in, because that's the same way you talk about Trent.
Nah, I only talk about Trent because I want the word to don't look. Just open your eyes like this. I'm just trying to get you to open your eyes. That's it. That's the only reason I talk about Trent. Nathan said Pep needs to go to a 4-4-2. Diamond, Haaland, and Alvarez up front. That's drastic, man. You don't need to. For me, you don't need to rip up something that's been working so far.
Yeah. You lost to Liverpool, man. It happens to the most of us, except from Arsenal. Come on, let's move on.
No, sorry. Can I just ask one question? Yeah, is Nunes a real player?
I'm saying this and I stand by it. I feel like they generally rushed the scout report, or they only scouted him off of the match they played against Benfica, because I don't believe they knew what Nunes' traits were. Nunes, yeah, he's just a powerhouse, and he's very good at carrying the ball. I give it to him. But to
be fair, he did a lot of good things when he came on.
Look up.
That's it. But once it got to that final decision, Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, just look up, my bro. Do you know how frustrating that is? Liverpool could have had he could have got two. Like, two huge chances. Huge. There was a 3-on-1, and the one he could have just went to Carvalho.
I thought it was generally when he held on to the ball for that 3-on-1, I thought he was trolling. I didn't understand how he.
Yeah, I thought he was doing a ballad, just trying to wind people up. But nah, that ended up how it ended up, and it's so bad. It's so bad.
Let's see if he's like his nutmeg rush. Said Nunes causes havoc, but he isn't great technically. Yeah, that's chaos ball, fam. A little bit of chaos ball. When he came on, and that whole right side, Cancelo was nowhere to be seen at that point. He was just having fun, kicking and running, chasing the ball down the side. But once it got to that final action,
are we going to go Ellen Road now?
We're going Ellen Road. We're going there.
Nuno Tavares. Are you Nuno in disguise? Are you Nuno in disguise? You may be white. You may be white, but you Nuno in disguise.
Kick us off, Ellen Road.
So thought we'd never get here. Jesus. So away games tough for Arsenal historically, but today we just showed the mentality. The mentality is building. We're showing a new side to us. The fact that you don't need to play well to win. And we dug deep and held on to the good old-fashioned 1-0 to the Arsenal. I was shocked by that result because I thought Leeds would score, if I'm being honest. I was panicking. I thought Leeds would score. But
no, I'm panicking because I'm going to lose my job.
Really telling not to interrupt me, though. But yeah, so we come into the second half and we didn't even play whatsoever. The second half was all Leeds. And I've got to shout out Arteta because I think the substitutions were perfect. Every substitution I'm shouting at the screen, it's like he had the earpiece in and he was like, cool, fair enough, Shem. That's correct. I literally said Vieira off for Odegaard, and literally 2 seconds he did the substitutions. Even the when he brought Holding on, when he brought Tierney on, these were very, very good substitutions, moving Tomiyasu across because Ben White was getting had up by Sinistera. I've got to give the Leeds players fantastic shout out because they were cold. Sinistera was epic. Christensen, their right back. Jeez, he is tough as nails. Even though Martinelli played well or well enough, he was equally a threat going forward and defensively. He sometimes got the better of Martinelli.
I mean
I
that
think
bricklayer
Tyler
that
Adams
they play at right back.
Pardon?
So that bricklayer they play at right back.
Yeah, he played a good game.
He looks stiff and tough, fam. Them ones. I won't.
Tough. You don't want him to be the defender, your defender on a day, because it just looks like you just got to work, man. Tyler Adams was great in centre mid. Number 5 for us played very well as well, intercepting everything. I must say though, Gabriel played better of the 2 centre backs today. Saliba was a bit
head loss.
It was a little bit off the mark, and I don't know how it works that he's off the mark, and then a couple hours later Van Dijk puts in a world-class performance. I don't know. We'll talk about that later, but I don't know what the synergy there is a bit. But Gabriel was excellent, except from the bozo moment he had at the end, the complete bozo moment. Franks, when you watch it later, it was crazy what happened to him.
I swear it.
And who was the ref? Was it Paul Tierney? No, it wasn't. Who was the ref?
I
can't remember the referee for our match. But oh my God, he had a nightmare. He had a nightmare with that decision. It was ridiculous. Basically, what's happened was the ball is a free pass to Patrick Bamford. It's clearly going towards Ramsdale. It's going to Chris Kavanagh. It's clearly going to Ramsdale. It's in on Ramsdale. He's about to pick it up, and then Gabriel just shields it and body checks. Then Patrick Bamford pushes Gabriel, and then Gabriel goes down but leaves his feet in the air. Now, the ball's not really in play. Patrick Bamford's not getting the ball. The lino calls Chris Kavanagh over, says, yeah, it's a red card, and then he points to the penalty spot.
You saw him kick out, innit?
Where in the world do they do that?
So give the little.
No, where in the world? Like if 2 players, let's say the ball's in play, and 2 players are having a fight. If the fight's in the penalty box, do you give a penalty? That doesn't happen.
Yeah,
that does not happen. When, for example, when Van Dijk got clamped by Pickford in the Everton match, do they say, "Oh no"? They said it was off the pitch. They said it was offside. Like the ball's not when the ball's dormant. Sorry, when the ball's like not, you're not going to give a penalty for an incident. It's like it's not.
I don't know the rule behind it. I don't know the rule behind
confusing. It. I've never seen them do something like that before. Because surely it's happened where there's been an incident in the box, but the ball's not really in play for anyone. Because it was literally at Aaron Ramsdale's
incidents. It usually comes like when somebody's been like. It usually comes after.
Yeah, but the ball's in play. The ball's either in the air. They're both considered.
Yeah, that's why. Or if you do that in the box, like if you kick someone in the box, or if you elbow someone in the box, where else are they going to give the foul? Because it's going to be a foul. Where else are they going to give it?
When there's a sending. Okay, for example, sometimes the play's moved on. Yeah.
Listen, because the ball's already in play. The ball's still in play. Let's say you've decided to elbow somebody while the ball is in play. The team that you've elbowed is going to get a foul, no?
Yeah, I hear you, but okay. For example, let's say, perfect example. Let's say the goalkeeper catches it or whatever, and he's about to throw it out, but for whatever reason, a defender and their striker are still running out the box, but the defender just elbows him, or he fouls it, or a fight breaks out in the box. Yeah, the fight breaks out in the box. The ball's go and everyone's running. The ref doesn't see it. The liner calls him and says, "Oh, such and such happened in the box." He just sends the player off. He doesn't give a penalty.
But if the ball's still in play, like that's a foul. It's a foul. You won't keep the ball. You send
him off and you carry on playing, but you don't. I've never seen it before. I've never
seen the ball after a foul.
So you see, perfect. I'm gonna move off this point because you know what I mean, and I'm sure you're to you it's making sense what you're saying, and it technically does. But they don't do that.
Right, I don't see it as well. Quickly answer this question: was Aronson good? I saw him for like 20 minutes, and he was looking lively. Couple 1-2s. I think he had a shot as well that Ramsdale saved.
So how many minutes did you watch the game? You said you were in and out.
Yeah, I watched like 20 minutes. Okay.
I
watched literally after just before Odegaard got hooked, I heard he was having a little bit of a stinker. And then up until like the penalty incident, so like 20-ish minutes.
Okay.
Locked in for a little bit. You know, there was a lot of laptops in rotation today. A lot of laptops, a lot of phones. Sky Sports did not
The
want to
final
help.
fair doesn't condone streaming.
In this case, I'm sorry. Something has to be said. The scheduling today was ridiculous.
Disgusting.
I had Aston Villa, Chelsea on my TV.
Nobody wanted to watch that match. Chelsea fans didn't want to watch that match.
Nobody wanted that match on Sky Sports. Man, I had to have the El Clasico on my phone until you lot's game finished. It was a lot. It was a lot.
The scheduling was very bad.
Premier League, you gotta help us out.
Honestly, man.
Nathan, I'll answer that quick. Like from the little I watched, he looked good. From the little I watched. Yeah, no, you look again. Apparently, this is just from what I watched and what I've heard about the match so far. So tell me if I'm wrong. From what it sounds like you lot got away with it. You lot got away with it a little bit this match. Like of all the games you played this season, this is the one where it was like,
Yeah, that's the first round.
Where we going?
What am I saying? I need to look into this game.
Let's go to Old Trafford, man.
Oh, Ballfest.
Shems, you think Prem ref shows? Old Trafford. This was the game, yeah, where, as the pastor says, not everybody's gonna come on this journey to success with you. Not everybody's gonna come on the journey to success with you. And looking at the squad, looking at the team that we put out today, some people just aren't gonna be on the journey with us for that long. They're not gonna reach the success with us. Fred, I promise you.
That miss was crazy.
It's not even, forget the miss. Even if he scored that goal, he would have got a maximum 3 out of 10 performance. Even if he scored that goal, it's a maximum 3 out of 10. On my life, it's so painful after watching Eriksen, having to go from Eriksen to Fred. The way his touch is so janky, they're so loose, and you're just thinking, you just take it, you take for granted just technical security. Just the fact that just players being able to trap the ball properly and bounce a pass off. Fred just getting clamped up in the midfield by Longstaff. Every time getting off the ball, press. Receive the ball, right foot, press. Receive the ball, left foot, press. How are you equally bad on both foots? It's not even fair on you at that point. Getting pressed from all sides. Meek Mill's back to the usual. He even missed the sitter at the end. Oh my! After the Cities, he missed sitters on Thursday, and then he missed the sitter at the end. He needs to flip and improve his heading game.
Obviously, 2 points dropped. Do you feel like what? Calm? Happy that it's like doesn't matter.
It's a pro. I'm not fussed about dropping 2 points, especially because like we weren't good for majority of this match.
5th versus 6th minute, you lot are equal more or less.
It wasn't a good performance from us. It wasn't.
It just shows you lot are level in it because they're actually just one place, but you're same place, right?
Now Newcastle were crap as well. That's the worst thing. They were crap as well. We gave them all the. They had good opportunities. I ain't gonna hate too hard. They had some good opportunities. I ain't gonna hate too hard. But
I love the growth.
I ain't gonna hate too hard, but it was generally just a case of the team just looked so poor. Ten Hag has had a problem like rotating players. Like he's played a lot of the same players. Like especially after the Brentford game, he was rarely rotated. He only really rotated McTominay for Casemiro so far, and Point Anthony obviously. But for the most part, the team has stayed the same. And right now, I understand it because the quality is just not there to rotate. It's just not there. Fred,
Tottenham next.
Oh, who was Bruno Guimaraes player though? It's like I don't get to look into too many Newcastle games nowadays, but it's like watching him. Nice, that boy, nice.
That's one we missed out on that one there. Shut the bed there, Arsenal.
That boy, nice.
You got Tottenham next. I was gonna say.
What have I missed? Bank soliloquy on United. Yeah, man. Just a little bit of pain talk. I ain't even too pained up anymore right now, man. If you caught, my head was steaming after full time. If you caught me by then, I would have punched at him. But now
it's Newcastle, man.
Tough game. Yeah, Spurs next. Light work, man. That's 3 points.
3 points. OT Spurs.
Okay.
3 pints. 3 pints.
No problem.
2, 3, 3 pints. 1, 2, 3, 3 pints. Martin Indy still plays top quality ball. Does he play for Marseille? Fair dues.
Where we rounding off, please? Because
Did you watch games?
Who watched Leicester Crystal Palace?
Nope.
did you say Reece James, Julie?
And I said, who watched any of the other games?
Oh, I saw the Spurs match, and all I must say on Spurs is
Just me.
they're a
Fair.
small team.
Yeah, Spurs. Spurs are so funny because
They're a very small team. Like they really do play like it's very anti-football, and it's crazy how no one ever like condemns them for it. You just say it's Conte's way of playing, bro. They are horrendous to watch.
Their fans will complain about the style of football and the football that they play. Then in the second half, they'll jam a goal, jam another goal,
and then you won't hear about the complaints no more.
Then it's just
You just start hearing Romeo was excellent. This person, and I'm just looking like, bro, you lot are the most like. How would you support a team and that's the way in which you play? You lot used to play like that now, but you're trying to play differently, and you can see the difference. Man, Spurs are horrendous in the which way they play. They just literally hope on Harry Kane and Heung-min Son scoring one in like out of 2 chances, just scoring one, and it's just like, okay, is this what we're gonna do? So when teams literally just wait for them to break them down, and then the problem is because the teams are not the best, they concede a mistake in themselves. So Everton, like Pickford goes in, and I didn't even think it was a penalty, but cool. Pickford lunges in on Harry Kane. Harry Kane goes down, penalty, and just like, of course that's gonna happen. Harry Kane penalty.
This is how Nathan said Spurs play percentile football isn't sustainable. This is exactly how I felt watching Conte's Chelsea though. Like it was so.
Nah, which year? Which year?
13.
No.
They
were attacking. They were attacking.
They weren't attacking. It was literally Hazard and Inshallah.
They were attacking, and then towards the second half of the season, it was flat. All the way up until January, there was attacking.
You're letting the hype fool you, man. You're letting the hype. You're remembering the 5-0 against Everton, and that's about it.
Through the second half of the season, they weren't attacking.
I ain't hearing that hype, man. Chelsea 17. They were not a great team to watch. They were not an attacking team to watch. They had Hazard who played out of his skin that season. I think did he get? Oh no, it might have been in N'Golo Kante, but Hazard could have easily got player of the season that season. Easily got player of the season. And then you got Diego Costa, who's a 20 goal a season striker. It was like it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing that I'm seeing right now. You've got Heung-min Son and Harry Kane up top. You've got a solid enough midfield in Bentancur, who was like of all the Tottenham players, he was good. He was very good, Bentancur.
The best player on the pitch was Bissouma, who came on with 25 or 30 minutes to left.
Everton took the mick. They should have scored twice in the first half.
Yeah.
Just finish your dinners. That's all that's
Onana missed the sitter, and then Damari Gray should have done a lot better. But overall, Conte, you've got like if Spurs collapse in terms of fall out of the top 4, it's Conte's to blame because all the tools are there. Even though they're saying the football's not there, yeah, you've got the blueprint on how you want to play and it works for them, but the blueprint's there because why Bissouma does not start every single game, I still can't explain it. He's by far your best midfielder.
It's messed because Richarlison came off in. He wasn't meant to bring on Bissouma, but that sub changed the game for them.
Yeah,
Everton never got back into the game after that sub,
and he locked their whole midfield. He locked everyone. Locked everybody. Allowed Højbjerg to move forward, and Højbjerg's not really the best, but you give him that freedom, he's still good enough.
Should we move on to fantasy? Wrap it up.
Yeah, go on then.
Fantasy. That was a terrible week for me, boy.
Oh,
when is it ever a good week for you?
No, I had good. I've been having good weeks. I'm ahead of you in the standing. Ahead of you. Oh my god.
Oh, awful week.
So crap, man.
I think it was a bad week for everyone.
Okay,
Yeah,
everyone captain Haaland.
I didn't.
Who's your captain? I had who'd you captain?
Jesus
Oh, stinker.
Ooh,
got me 4 points.
equal stinker. The same.
I
We got the same
had
thing.
Tony in my team. I didn't captain him, fam.
Fam, I have him up top. He got me 12 points. I didn't captain him, but I wasn't even thinking about that.
Well, who's top of the league?
He's top of the league. Oh, we got a new person top of the league currently.
Ooh.
Abdi Khalik Ali, SUT. This week he got 59 points. His top scorer was Ivan
Yeah,
Tony High.
It's a bad week, man. For someone to have 59.
He's a sicko. He's got Danny Warden goal. He's a sicko. What?
Oh,
No, I'm not having that. I'm not having a bean of that. He's a sicko. Abdul Khalik, identify yourself right now. Identify yourself.
Sidebar, before we quickly go, let's give Sammy 30 seconds of El Clasico. Well done, Real Madrid. Done.
No. Benzema. I'm about to present Benzema with his Ballon d'Or on Friday, and it's just going to be such an emotional moment for me. It's just going to mean so much to me. It's going to mean, it's like we've been waiting for these sort of moments to be recognized for a long time. Sammy, just come to the front, come to the front, come to the front. Zidane, come as well. I need my Real Madrid music playing in the background as well, because we've been grinding.
I just thought you was breathing heavy. What the hell was that?
You know the music Real Madrid play when they scored a goal? That's
The
what I need.
hell is that? I'm done.
Hey,
Sound
we've
like
been
on
waiting
fire.
a long time for this recognition on the global stage. We've been playing in the background for a lot of
What
years.
would you do if he doesn't get it?
There's no he doesn't get it. It's done. It's done. It's done. Wallahi, it's done. It's done. I promise you. We grinded for these moments. We sat in the corners. We had our 5-goal season. He was in the
I think
trenches.
Real Madrid's still unbeaten in La Liga. right
Yeah,
now.
he was in the trenches with us when we were scoring 5 goals a season.
Us.
Us, me, Benzema, Sammy, come to the front. Sammy, focus. We're doing Ballon. We're doing Ballon d'Or right now. Focus, Sammy. I have no idea. Oh, I'm crying. I'm crying.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Lewandowski went ghost. Oh my god! I'm gonna get you 2 tickets because it's just gonna be. It's like a big moment, and you lot should be here because you lot were telling me about some. You lot were telling me about some Suarez, some Lewandowski, and like you lot should be able to appreciate greatness. Maybe it's because you lot haven't seen greatness before, so you should get to appreciate it now. So that's why I'm gonna bring you to the ceremony. Oh my god, it's gonna be emotional. It's gonna be emotional. Man was scoring 8 and 5 league goals in his prime, and guess what? God's timing is what? The best timing. God's timing is the what? Best timing.
Everyone, thanks.
Yes,
This has been a
nobody can say
fantastic
no.
game week for us. If you got 3 points, put your hands up in the air.
I'm jumping in the Real Madrid hat. Real Madrid hat.
You're shameless.
Enjoy the Amazon games this week, everybody.
Oh my god, it's just gonna be. Oh my god. What am I gonna wear? Oh, Julie, help me go shopping.
Come on, man.
Help me pick out a suit.
Let me know.
pick out-
I'll help you. Personal
Help
style.
me pick out a suit.
I got you.
When older Ronaldo was there, man was a sad man. Look, that was then and this is now. Now he's the best player in the world. And we'll sign off with that. Have a lovely week. Be productive, be positive. Make sure you shine your shoes for the Ballon d'Or ceremony.
Shine your shoe.
Shine your shoes.
Shine your
Get-
shoe.
Shine your
your
shoe. Your
Shine
point.
your shoe. Make sure you put some daz on your white shirt. Make sure it's gleaming for the time that the ceremony comes about. I ain't having you lot looking raggedy on the ceremony, embarrassing me. Make sure you come with your best stuff. I ain't having no Aubameyang drip like in the African award ceremony. I ain't having none of that. Come with your
Damn.
best drip. Come with your best drip.
You
See any of you lot without the
go there.
suit and the dress. I know Shem will come in a red t-shirt. I know Shem will come in a red t-shirt.
Why
No
red?
reason. Shem has got a lot of red and pink in his wardrobe. He doesn't like to show. He's got a lot of red and pink in his wardrobe, so he's the one that's gonna come with it. Come with your best.
When
You
huh?
You've got. I've got videos, Shem. Stop. I've got videos. I've got a lot of videos. Stop. You know I've got evidence. You know I don't just say things. You know I don't just say things. You know I got photographic evidence. You know I got photographic.
Oh, man.
I won't even bring it up. But
Oh,
let me even see what
This
I
guy's
can
talking
do.
about one fit in uni 2017. I just think what he's talking about. That's why I said red and pink in
I
macroeconomics.
wanna
This guy's
see
a
this
bastard.
bit, man.
He's got a
I
lot.
Hey.
You went well for the pick.
need to
I
see.
know. All you have to pull up is one pick, and it's like, yeah, he's got bear. What red and pink?
All
Alright, you know
I'm
what?
saying. All I'm saying.
Thank you guys for listening, tuning, watching from wherever you are in the world. Make sure you like, comment, and smash the like button.
That's a smash.
Yeah.
Smash the like button.
I'm gonna.
He's
He's looking for the picture. Hurry up! In a bit.
You are now listening to The Final Third.
I think Pepe's so coachable.
Wow, you should be in
Just need to shake him.
You should be in prison. We build you out. We build you out to come and play this season. You're out here disgracing us. You should be